another monthly reset. This time it is March edition. Charlie is doing this pillow behind the camera. Anyway, I wanted to try a different format with these. Please let me know which one you like, whether you're gonna like this one. Alright. Let me know whether you like how this one's gonna be formatted or you like more of the like just going along with the vlog style. Basically, I'm going to kind of talk you guys through my routine and then show you guys me doing it kind of more of like a sit down and vlog style vibe. I'm trying to see which one I like more. So basically, every single month at the end of a month / beginning of a month, I have a certain routine of a reset. I feel like I'm very much a big routine girly. I definitely have my routine set. I have my routine. Hey, how many times am I gonna say routine? Just checking. So I have a very specific, oh my god, I was literally about to say it again. I was literally about to tell you guys again that I have a very specific routine. Hey, you guys get it. First and foremost, at the end / beginning of the month, what I do is I basically take what my month has looked like and I set new goals. Okay, you know that in these reset videos, when we're over here, you guys know what this means. We are doing some goals, we are doing some reset type things for the month. This is the first thing that I love to do in the month, is to sit down and kind of get goals together, plan out content and all that stuff. So that's what we're doing right here. The first thing that I do want to talk to you guys about is a new spreadsheet that I am trying out right now, and I've started to roll this out for this month. And I do want to say thank you so much to Press Reset for sponsoring today's video, because that is what I'm using. If you guys don't know, Press Reset is a online finance and productivity brand that was created by Kaylin Kerbler. Basically, they are spreadsheets that help you stay so organized, set goals, and with the organization and goals, it really helps you stay on track to achieve them. And listen, you guys know that I am all about organization, habits, all of that stuff. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing with these spreadsheets, and I'm going to have both of these spreadsheets linked down below. And by the way, I'm going to go ahead and say it now and I'll say it again later. If you are interested in any of these spreadsheets or you want to check it out yourself, the link will be in the description, and you guys can actually use the code DESTINY20 to get 20% off your purchase of the goal and habit tracker. And I'm going to show you guys the ultimate wealth dashboard here in a sec. But to start off with the goal dashboard, because you guys know how I am with goals. I love setting goals, even if they are little goals. Goals are goals and they're so personal at the end of the day. And I am absolutely obsessed with the layout of this, and it's something where you can take it and you can personalize it in any way that you want. So I'm going to show you guys really quick as we go through here what I have done with it. So this is the annual goals dashboard. You'll put the number of goals that you've set, and as you go on, the number of goals you've achieved, the percentage. You guys know I love all of these statistics, so this just like, I love it. So I just went with what the page comes with, which is personal goals, health and wellness goals, financial goals, career goals, and spiritual goals. Basically, what I really like about this is that it is a sheet that you can personalize to you, but it's all set up for you, so you don't have to do any of the like hard, like, I don't know how to set this up and make it look cute. It comes that way, which you guys know is something that I love. To start off with personal goals, obviously some of these we've already talked about, but I have still read 125 books, think more positively, keep room clean, and at one point I want to do a deep life clean out is something that I think I'm going to do in April. Live in the moment and take pics for memories. Those two kind of go together. Don't go on socials until at least 10 a.m. Journal thoughts and memories, tell people how you feel, and visit places that I want to go. And then like health and wellness, start Pilates, run half marathon, work out 5 times a week, run 4 times a week. And then like as the weather starts to get a little bit nicer, I want to prioritize walks, go back on my golf, you know, like go to the driving range or go play rounds of golf, spend time outside. Prioritize breaks, like mental breaks, because I feel like I'm somebody who kind of runs, and I don't give myself like the time to kind of slow down. And also be intuitive with myself on that kind of same note, where it's like, okay, do you really need a break, or are you just like wanting to be lazy today? And then we have financial goals, you know, put money in savings, raise credit score, pay off half of my car, invest money into something this year. I feel like I am just now starting with financial stuff, which we'll get more into in a second. So I feel like my goals are pretty like minimal right now. Career goals, this is just kind of a bunch of like seeing how growth works and stuff like that. And then we have spiritual goals, which is like find a home church, Bible study 2 times a week, pray more, all of that stuff. One of the things I love about this is it is so interactive. Just watch this in so many different ways. So say I was like, yep, I went ahead and I have been not going on socials, I've been journaling memories, I've been telling people how I feel. You see how down here it shows that it's 30% achieved and 70% left to go. Y'all, I love the stuff that looks like that. Like, I love it so much. So that's like one of my favorite things, is like visually, because when you set goals, it's always nice to visually be able to like check them off and see what you've accomplished. It's like a great part of setting the goals in the first place. So I really love that. And then down here we have the same. At the beginning of each month, I do sit down in my planners and I write out like certain goals that I have. Like, I think in January I had set around like 5 goals. I think I achieved all 5 of those in January. And then like in February, I think I set 3 goals. I think I achieved 2 of those. And so you kind of just like keep track of those. Again, it's nice. It's a nice visual. Right here is something that I keep track of. And so we have subscriber count. Again, a lot of analytics. So like you put where you're starting, where you're ending. It shows you the difference and the percentage of difference, which again is something that I love. And then you can basically personalize these results. So you can go, I'm happy with it, could have been better, definitely a struggle, let's try next month. And all of it is so personal to you, and you can change like what you are wanting to track in these boxes. Also right here, what I did is a reading tracker. So basically I'm keeping track of like how many books I'm reading a month. Also, it has these little tables down here with bar graphs. Like, there's so many different analytics to do, which I absolutely, again, love seeing. I also put some notes right here. These are kind of examples of responses. So basically like first quarters, you know, like the quarters of the year, every 3 months. For example, in March, since it's the 3rd month, at the end of March, I would basically do a reflection. So what have I done well this quarter? What were my challenges this quarter? Did I achieve the goals that I set, and why? What can I do to improve? And what are 3 good things that happened? I really like this because I do feel like having these reflection questions really does help get your mind working, and to kind of check up every 3 months on yourself, I feel like is a good time frame as well to help kind of keep on track with your goals. And that's what I really love about this sheet, is that I feel like it not only has you set the goals and habits, but I feel like keeps you on track to be very responsible with them and thinking of them at all times, which I really think is important when, you know, doing new habits and instilling them into your life. A new kind of thing for me, this is the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard. So this is the year for 2024. I am still working on filling this one out because, like I said, it's tax season, so I'm focusing on my finances. Especially as I get older, there are certain goals that I have within myself of like what I want my finances to look like, and I know it can honestly be a scary subject, which is why I feel like this sheet is something that I feel like will really benefit me in the long run. So in this, you would put kind of like where you have different sources of income, if you have multiple sources of income, bills. So I have like rent, car, insurance, utilities, cell phone, and then putting the total, the expenses of like groceries, restaurants, coffee, like keeping track of how much you have spent on those certain things as the month has went on. And then you can also like set your goal of maybe like how much you want to make this year. All of that stuff right here is something that I pay attention to because I feel like this is something that I have been trying to fill out, and I have quickly realized like how much money you are spending on subscriptions and stuff. And I feel like too, when you write out stuff like this with this sheet, it kind of puts into perspective things that you may have even like forgot that you're paying for, or may just kind of realize that isn't a necessity when you are kind of trying to work on your finances and where you want things to go. Or even like savings, you can put how much you put in savings, put how much you've invested, and even if you like maybe have some like credit card. There's just so much personal stuff to do, and I feel like this specific sheet is the easiest way for me to start with my finances in a way that I feel like is not overwhelming. These sheets are absolutely amazing and I am really loving them. So again, if you guys are interested in either of those, I'm going to link everything down below, and you guys can shop at Press Reset. Again, use my code Destiny20. You guys can get 20% off your purchase of either the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard or the Habits and Goals Tracker. Obviously, I really love them. The website is great, and I think that this is a really amazing thing. So this is something that I've been implementing. You guys should too, and I really love it. And thank you so much again to Press Reset for sponsoring today's video. After I set my goals, I then look at my month and I start to plan everything out. I start to plan out content. I start to plan out literally everything. I think it's very important to me because that's how my month goes. Obviously, when I plan out my month, I plan it out how I would like it to look like. It never looks exactly like that. It's something that I kind of have to come to terms with, and I've had to come to terms with and stop being a perfectionist with that. But I like to plan out my stuff. That way, I feel like it also just keeps me on track. Every day I wake up, I know what I'm gonna do. Keeping on with the same type of theme, you guys know at the beginning of every month, I kind of sit down and I plan out content and I do some goals for myself, and the two go hand in hand with me since what my job is. I feel like there's a lot of like, goal-oriented things, personal and work, that kind of interweave with each other. I mean, tomorrow's the last day of February, but I feel like it's safe to take that. Now we are in March. I don't know if they still have this calendar because I got this like months ago, but I get questions on this calendar and I got it from Barnes. Love going to Barnes & Noble because they have paper source stuff, and if you guys have a paper source store, I would really recommend checking that out. As I've gotten older, I love stationery stuff. Paper source is a store that is a guilty pleasure for me. So what I like to do is just kind of like sit down with myself and plan out content, and then think to myself, like, with the content that I'm planning, what are my goals for the month, or even like personal wise too? What are goals? How do those overlap with each other? What are steps that I can take to achieve said goal? So I kind of just take some time with myself and just really sit and think about these, and then plan out timelines. So I will pencil in everything in planners and calendars. I like to have it in a lot of different forms of like being visual for me. I've said so many times I am a very extreme visual learner, so I like to have the visual things out on my eye to keep myself on track, which is why I feel like I track so many things and I have so many different things going on, but I'm honestly constantly checking all of them all of the time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sit, I'm going to grab this notebook, which I've designated as like my YouTube idea notebook, and I'm going to kind of see, like, with the video ideas that I have jotted down, what my goals are going to be for this month and all of that stuff, and I'm going to write those down. Also, something that is a huge part of my routine is fitness for me personally. I make sure that I'm on track with my routines. I check in with myself and what my month is going to look like fitness wise, maybe even goals that I have. And so I'm going to take you guys through what my workout routine is. I'm not going to physically show you, but I'm going to talk about it because I am very terrified of filming inside of a gym. Hello guys. I don't know why this is, hey guys. You're a little crooked. I don't know why this tripod is always crooked, but for the next phase of my March reset, I do want to take you guys through kind of like what I personally do for my own personal health and fitness like routine, because at the start of the month I always just kind of check in with myself, make sure that, you know, like everything I have planned out, we're sticking to the routine, we're sticking to programs. I feel like consistently for a year now I have been going to the gym every day from Monday to Friday. I go to the gym and I have my own workout split, which is what works for me. Now, I've kind of mentioned it here and there within my videos. If you watch my vlogs a lot, it is a huge part, and I do get so many comments or even like video recommendations of people being like, can you show us your workouts? Can you take us through your routine? And something that kind of scares me in the way, like being outside of being just like telling you guys what I do, is that I am not qualified in any type of way to give people advice or to kind of tell people what they should be doing, because I feel like when it comes to health and fitness, everything is so extremely personal, and if something works for somebody else doesn't necessarily mean that that is going to fit into your lifestyle or it is going to work for you. And so many different things are contributing factors into, if you were looking at things like results, different variables that go into the whole entire mixing pot of health and fitness and stuff like that. Like I said, there's so many contributors. It's like a math equation. There's so many different variables that go into the sum, and oh my god, all over the place. But I'm gonna tell you guys what my workout routine looks like for me and my lifestyle, because personally working out and health and fitness is a huge thing to me. It is something that I'm focused on every day. I feel like it is a main part of my day, stuff that I even structure my day around. That's just how I've decided to structure it in my life. This doesn't mean that this is what it is supposed to look like, or that this is, you know, what you need to do. The one thing that I would say to give advice is that I would just say find a routine that works for you personally, and if that works out for you and you feel mentally good about it, don't do something that you feel mentally bad about, then that's perfect. Like I feel like, just me personally, I'm never going to give out any advice because I don't feel like I'm qualified for it. I feel like I just know what is working for me, and that's all I can speak on. I can't tell anybody what's gonna work for them, but I'll tell you guys about my workout split. So as I said, I do go to the gym Monday through Friday every single day. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, those are leg days, but I do split those up. So Mondays, you will always hear me say, are my quad days. I focus strictly on my quads. Now when I go to the gym every single day, there is a form of cardio also every single day that's working in the background of this. So for example, even when I go to the gym on Mondays or whatever day it is, whatever muscle group I'm working that day, I'm also at least walking on the treadmill for literally at least over 30 minutes. If it's not a running day, I try to walk for an hour. But basically, to take you guys through the routine, I go to the gym, I get on the treadmill, and then on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, after the treadmill, I go and do an ab workout, and then I go into working on the muscle group that I'm working that day. So for example, on Mondays, I would be going to the gym, going on the treadmill, then I do my core workout, stretching and mobility, and then I go into lifting, and I'm just doing quad focused workouts. Wednesdays and Fridays are also leg days, but those are glute and hamstrings focused. I feel like on Wednesdays I do more hamstring focused workouts. Fridays I feel like are the more glute focused days. So that leaves Tuesdays and Thursdays to be my arm days, my designated days where I do my arm workout. So Tuesdays is back, biceps, and triceps. So basically I just do workouts that focus on that. And then on Thursdays, that is my shoulders and chest day. So again, different muscle groups, breaking them down, but every day when I go to the gym, start the day by doing a form of cardio on the treadmill, walking, or stair climber if I'm feeling it, whatever form of cardio. Also going on in the background is that I am currently doing half marathon training. I've talked a lot about the program that I'm following, and I know I've gotten a lot of questions of what program are you following? I am following a program, but it's one that I just looked up on Pinterest back in the very end of December, and it basically broke down different, it broke it down day by day for I think it was over 90 days of okay, today started out doing do 2 10-minute runs, do a 10-minute run, then walk for 2 minutes, and then do another 10-minute run, walk for another 2 minutes. So that's how you start out, and then it goes into distances. So it's today run 1 mile, tomorrow's gonna be a rest day, then you have a CT day, which CT days are cross training days. But that is literally what I looked up and what I've been following, and it's been working for me. But I feel like that's because I was already running every day at the gym, so I would run 1 mile every single day at the gym, and I just was never somebody that wanted to do longer distances. I feel like I was starting off more at a place where I was more comfortable to go into that, and I didn't need to do the background training to get acclimated with running. I will recommend though, I use Strava now I have always used Nike Run Club. I've started to use Strava, and that one has more of a social aspect to it. Some of you guys found my Strava. You guys asked about it, but that is what I use. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. Basically, it logs your runs, and then you can post about it, which I feel like is a nice little running community, and I really like that aspect of it. And I think that they have some things on there too that if you have a certain goal you can go for. I know for sure that Nike Run Club does. I was literally looking at Nike Run Club's half marathon training, and they literally have coaches that are talking to you, and I feel like that is something that is very, very, very helpful. And if I would have known that going into it, I probably would have just went with Nike Run Club. Personally, my program has been really working for me, and I feel like I've been seeing super good results with what I've been going with. So you can really pretty much just look up anything and find the right half marathon or training for you. Basically on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so 4 times a week, I do half marathon training, running, and I actually really like just the 4 times a week to add running on top of what I already do. It is a lot. Going to the gym and doing weightlifting 5 times a week and then adding on a running routine on top of it is a lot. And I also have been wanting to try Pilates. Like I've been wanting to do like maybe like 1 or 2 like core ab based Pilates classes, because I feel like you do work a lot of your body in Pilates, but I've just been really wanting to get like personally for that. So I've been wanting to add like maybe the days like Mondays or Wednesdays or Fridays going to a Pilates class. But running, it's a lot. And when I first started talking about doing half marathon training, I was like, you know what, I just really want to run this half marathon because it is something that my boyfriend and our friends were talking about doing together. It's like, you know what, I feel like that's something that I've always kind of thought would be cool to do, but I've just always kind of looked at myself like, no, you're not a long distance runner. But anybody can be a long distance runner, truly. Though one of my goals in the back of my mind was that I would love to be a runner and just it to be something to implement into my day-to-day life. And I genuinely feel like I'm getting to that now, where even after the training is over, it will be something that I am constantly wanting to do at least that 4 times a week. As the weather is getting warmer, something that I'm wanting to start implementing is definitely on the weekends. I'm wanting to do some type of active sporting activity outside. So personally, like my boyfriend and our friends, we play a lot of pickleball, basketball, golf during the warmer months. We are, I feel like, a group of people who like to be out and active. I really want to get into more sporting like that and kind of prioritize that on the weekends, because obviously throughout the week like you're busy, but on the weekends I would love to be more active. I want to prioritize walks as well, like outside. I do my walks on the treadmill in the morning when I'm at the gym, just kind of like get my body moving and start like warming myself up to lift weights. Is kind of the main reason why I do the walk on the treadmill in the morning, and it's kind of my thinking time. I talked about that in one of my most recent vlogs. I go on Pinterest and I kind of get creativity and inspiration and kind of let my mind kind of run wild for a little bit, and then I'm gonna bring it back in and get my stuff done for the rest of the day. And I feel like it is something that genuinely has been benefiting me. So yeah, I'm really wanting to start prioritizing as well the like walks outside and just kind of like getting fresh air and stuff like that. So when I start a month, I just kind of look at my routine and make sure, like for example, I look at the marathon, it's planned out for the whole entire month, and I look at it and I kind of am like, okay, so most of my long runs, to kind of like talk about the half marathon, the long runs, and when I say long runs, I mean literally the distance is super long, because throughout the week I don't think it really exceeds 3 miles ever. I think like it just kind of keeps you at 2 to 3 miles, and then on the weekends you do longer runs. But for example, I think going into March, if I am going to pull it up, March is the first month where things start to get a little scary for me, because like I said, I'm not somebody who's ever really, I think the farthest that I have ran was last Sunday. I ran a 10K, which is 6.2 miles, and that's the farthest I've ever ran. For example, in March, this Sunday I run 5 miles, the next Sunday I run 7, the Sunday after that I run 8, the Sunday after that I run 9, and then the Sunday after that I run 11. But that is because my marathon training technically ends in like the middle of April, so it's kind of really getting you acclimated for the race, because obviously you have to run the 13 miles, so you're getting to the end of the training, so you're able to run longer distances. Yeah, March is a very, very scary month. Also been getting warmer outside, so I've been having a really good time running outside. At the beginning of the month, I kind of look at that, start planning out the month, thinking about, you know, even goals and stuff that you want to do, or just like, but my goals genuinely is just like to be consistent. That is my whole entire like workout fitness plan out for you guys. Big thing, this is more the beginning of the month. I usually on the 1st or 2nd of every month, I update my reading journal, which is something that I feel like is very therapeutic. I usually just turn on some YouTube videos or a TV show that I'm watching right now, and I fill out all of my different reading journal things. It is the first day of March. You guys should know what that means. That means that I'm doing the reading journal. We are going to close the chapter on February. We're gonna open this bad boy. Welcome to March, by the way. First time I can actually say that in today's video. Little refresh. This was what our February spread was looking like. February TBR. And then what I'm about to do is do the February reads. And then I'm gonna fill out some of the stuff that's in the beginning. Fill out the little chart and stuff, and then we'll start on our little March spread, our March TBR. That's the usual. So first and foremost, as always, I'm going to print off the pictures of all the books I read and make the little spread. This printer is not turning on. Oh my gosh. Okay. printer turned off again. All right. I got it. Okay. Thank God. Okay. Finally got that to print. This printer is dumb as a box of rocks. Said that right as it started printing. Bestie of the night. Other bestie. Third bestie. Oh, these are way too big. These are way too big. This is what I read this month. If you guys haven't watched my reading wrap up, what are you doing? Anyway. Okay, I'm going to start doing the spread. Hello, I am officially done the reading journal spreads for this month. So I'll show you guys. Didn't put in a whole lot of effort for the February reads. So we have faves. So my favorites from February were Magnolia Park, The No Show, Finley Donovan, Fine, Legend Board, Good Material, The Fury, and Sable Peak. Jail. If only I told her the breakup two-room bride. Anyway, this is my March spread. I did a cereal theme, so this is a box of cereal. It says mood reads and it says stick to your TBR. That, and I put March and I went with Lucky Charms. I thought that it encapsulated March's vibe and because it is my favorite cereal. Also, I look a little like I'm on something, but it's really just lack of sleep. Anyway, then this is my March TBR spread. I thought that it would be cute to do construction paper. So this is the video TBR. So if you guys watched my March TBR, these are the ones that we picked. And then these are like ones that are on my personal radar for the month. So we have Love Me Do. I don't get that title. Light Lark, Renegades, Little Women, In a Jam, and Ruthless Vows. I guess I'm feeling very fantasy this month because if I, in a world where I would read all of these, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fantasies. In what world? Anyway, reading journal is done for this month. So yeah, that is basically my whole entire monthly reset routine. Those are a bunch of steps that I do in, you know, planning out my month, making sure that I'm on track to have the absolute best month possible. I feel like I genuinely did see a difference in my productivity, organization, and everything once I started kind of setting a routine at the beginning of every single month and making sure that I'm on track and just kind of having a clear mind. That way every day I can take it on and kind of know what I'm doing. So I would recommend you guys setting up a routine because I feel like it is just something that helps and I feel like you would feel way better too. Like when you're on a routine, I feel like it just feels really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and seeing all of that. Let me know if you guys liked this type of video or if you guys wanted to go back to kind of like more the vlog style. I didn't know if you guys would want it more formatted or not, so I'm trying something different. But as always, I am always wanting to know what you guys are liking, so please let me know. And thank you so much for clicking on today's video, and I appreciate you guys and love you guys so much. Let's have a great month, all of us. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Peace. I don't know why I've started to just say bye. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.